First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
Figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant and snored his head off like the rest of us common folk. I know! In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy.
Some call him the new Caravaggio. Others compare him to Van Eyck. And one awestruck critic who wished to remain unnamed went as far as to invoke, quote, the spirit of the great Leonardo. Any way you slice it, the exhibition proved an immense success. Its distinct style has been praised for its unique combination of Renaissance influences and more progressive techniques. The artist himself attended the event in the company of his beautiful fiancée, looking stunning in her black gown, revealed to us exclusively that the couple are indeed expecting.
How can two people...
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. First, it must be sharper.
We are truly thrilled to hear that you accepted our humble proposition.
Moths drawn to the fire between them. No matter.
No, this is private.
I had the most.
I hereby resign from service as maid in house.
I can't stand seeing you like this. You're not well. You were sweating and shaking all night, and now there you are, locked in your workshop as usual. This whole tortured artist nonsense has got to stop. You keep the fire in your office just to stop me, don't you? You hate me that much?
It's not like I'm some drunkard. I know how to handle my liquor.
Don't push me away.
All I asked for was an edible meal. At least one that had any taste at all.
This is my house. You can't keep locking me in. You're so afraid of fire. How can you cut off the means of escape? Suddenly, everything I find relaxing is a fire hazard. Defy death, defy entropy, defy the flames. Finish it!
Here are the calculations you asked for. You need to also include the cost of lamps for every room.
I don't care how much it costs. She's afraid of fire. We will have electricity, and that is that.
Let's talk about the symbolic aspects of your work.
I'd rather not.
Why is that?
A symbolism is a word that gets thrown around a lot, usually when people don't really know what to make of you. The worst question you could possibly ask me is, what did you mean by that? If it was that simple, I wouldn't have painted it. I would have just told you. Of course, we can talk in general about themes that have always inspired me. Duality, conflict. I think that all art revolves around some sort of struggle. Whether or not we're able to see it, of course, is an entirely different matter. Color. The life of painting. The soul. I need it. I need it to be perfect, striking, vibrant life. Life, fire! Why did you stop? That tube was perfect. Honey, please, just a little longer. At least until I finish painting this one part. Oh, don't make me beg.
Here are the calculations you asked for.
It's been a while. It took me 6 months to be able to hold a pen again. 6 long and painful months. But I finally did it. It still hurts, but the pain is just bearable enough for me to jot down a few lines. Oh, the things we take for granted. Wow, that's deep. I think I better rest some more, before I put ancient philosophers to shame.
Lice, mice, bald, bloody spots, hair, not mine. Where are the scissors?
I always loved painting blood.
Is this the right door for you?
Canvas crawlers, massive pulsating fur, poison to paint. Fire, final solution.
No excuses, no accidents, no weakness. Just fire from the depths of your soul. Finish it! We need to fight the darkness. Wanted it to come to that, but here we are. I will protect myself. Since my last letter, things only got worse. Yesterday, a stool broke underneath me. My cup stuck to a kitchen table. We need new servants. But these people are so lazy. It's like nobody wants to work anymore. We can have electricity in the bedroom and in the piano room. Apart from that, if you don't want to be around fire, just don't go near it. You understand? I'm working in here! I swear if I'm interrupted one more time... I thought it would be harder. It should be harder. Bones shouldn't break so easily. only thing that could make her smile. I needed to remove the flesh from the bone. At first, I was lost as to how, but then I sawed it off with a handsaw, boiled it, then put the bone in a mortar. I had to get one, obviously. This was not something I'd done before. Finally, I mixed the dust with some white paint. It made for a lovely undercoat.
Honey, what in the world are you doing? What did the doctor say about straining yourself? Leave that thing alone. It's not going anywhere.
It's been a while.
Their life started to fall apart. Everything he touched turned to rot.
Get you! You furry leeches! Get out of my house!
Everything I touch breaks. Blood is thicker than water.
good, solid undercoat. A primer that will hold it all together so it doesn't rot. The world is breaking around us.
You're so cruel.
While I can certainly understand that you are upset, and I have nothing but sympathy for your wife and yourself, I must categorically state that I do not wish to receive any further correspondence from you in this matter. Any skin graft procedure is extremely complicated and inherently associated with the risk of failure. Having stated that, I assure you that me and my colleagues at St. Anne have made every effort to ensure a positive outcome for your wife. Personally speaking, I believe we have done the best job possible considering the extent of tissue damage. You are, of course, entitled to your opinion, and I can certainly understand your disappointment. What I do not understand is how you seem to think writing hateful letters to me, or my fellow doctors, will ameliorate the situation. As I've already stated, I can certainly understand you've been under a lot of stress as of late, and thus I will not press charges if you refrain from any further correspondence. Let me make it absolutely clear that I will not tolerate any further threats aimed at my staff, my family, or myself. If you wish to seek psychological help, I can have my assistant provide contact information for several specialists who would be more than competent to help you get through these hard times.
I'm terribly sorry for your inconvenience, but we've seen no fluctuations of power in your area, and see no issues in the neighborhood. And since you didn't allow entry to our electricians, we cannot help you in any way.
Some paintings defy simple words, let alone critique. A basic knowledge of the subject is an absolute must if one is to even try taming them. Babyface is one such painting. This art anomaly draws tens of thousands of mediocrity enthusiasts and Sunday abstraction aficionados. In reality, it looks like a result of a week-long art marathon of a not very well-adjusted painter locked in a dark basement. Leaving aside the horrible execution, the painting excels in a hideous,
I can put it between the books. He'll never find it there. It never has. It never will.
Silent floaters. They clog the drains. Ah, fur in the water. No baths for me.
I'm not like her. I won't let go. I won't let my passion decay. I can't. I would never. I will finish it.
If I am to be honest, I can't say your letter was unexpected. Numerous colleagues have informed me that you had previously sought their advice in this matter, and while it is perfectly understandable for a patient to demand a second opinion, I would think 16 concurring opinions would be enough. Still, out of respect for you and your wife, I have examined the case thoroughly, and I have to concur with my colleagues. Involuntary muscle spasms are not uncommon with patients who have suffered burns as severe as your wife did. What you refer to as a freakish grin or an unnerving yelp, though many would find such expressions hurtful, could indeed be manifestations of nerve damage. The other symptoms you mention do not seem to be physiological, but rather purely psychological in nature. Traumatic events can lead to severe stress, and that is nothing to be ashamed of. As to your demand that we fix your wife, you have to understand that what she went through cannot be undone with one simple procedure. It is a long, arduous process that will require all your strength and support. Please feel free to contact me or my colleagues should you wish to discuss a long-term rehabilitation program.
This family won't work if you keep undermining me. It will break apart.
Your fault.
Firelight. You put more and more locked doors between us, but it's my drinking that ruins the family? This is childish. The things she could do with the piano. In the right hands, it's the most powerful instrument. It can break any man. I need the fire. The lamps are so cold. In the end, this was the only instrument she could play. The only music this family could accept. Merciless light is still light.
Constantly flapping, eating other rats.
Are you insane with those candles? We have electricity!
We belong together.
Waking up here.
thousands of years, I can do it too. Without it, I'm broken. I have to finish it.
All right, let's try this again. Finally managed to play a little. If banging on the keys awkwardly counts as playing. I won't lie. It drives me insane not to have full control of my fingers. In any case, I was promptly berated by my loving husband, who said I should be resting. I know he means well. But how will I ever get better if I don't work at it? The worst thing is, I could swear I smelled liquor on his breath. Oh, God, please. Not this again.
I needed a jar and a plastic tubing. I siphoned gas before. I knew how it was done. I stuck the tube in a vein and sucked on it until blood filled my mouth. Then put the tube in the jar and it just kept coming. A taste of copper haunted me the entire night. Why didn't I think of a syringe?
No!
Let's talk about the symbolic aspects of your work.